What's going on, y'all? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. I know it's been a minute for some of these recent videos and whatnot, but I screwed up on something recently. Actually, it's a couple months ago, only finding out about it now. And it's a good learning opportunity. So, one of the things for employment with Clean Power Wash is that you have to get your DOT medical card, since we do drive vehicles that are DOT regulated. And I send all my guys to get a full drug screening. We have a standing account with our local, urgent care to get this stuff done. Had a guy who was working for me, and he'd been working for me for a while. Like, the way that we do our process is, let's just say you start on Monday, you work for us for a week, you're not going to be allowed to drive or anything, and we're probably going to go ahead and start, doing like a, at-home P-test, drug test deal. But regardless, after a week, if they're still with us, if I haven't fired them, then they had to go and get their DOT medical card and get their drug screening. I had a guy who'd been working for me for a couple of years. Needed him to go get his stuff done. Took a little bit of time, because this was back in like April or whatever, and I said, you have to go do this right now, get it done. Well, again, we have the standing account to get drug screening and DOT medical card. Most of that on the back end gets handled by my office assistant. So we got the email that, here's his medical card, and didn't think anything else about it. Come to find out, and apparently he had mentioned it. This guy always like to brag about some of the things that he's done that he shouldn't do, or what he's getting away with. That he paid for it separately. Now, I thought originally that he had told the people at the medical center that he was going to do his drug test separately. Apparently, he paid for his DOT medical card physical so that it wouldn't trigger it and he would avoid the drug screening. I don't have a sense of smell, so I can't tell if somebody smells like alcohol or pot or anything else. And so it was a good learning opportunity. My assistant and I had a little discussion about it too, that one, we need to make sure that the urgent care facility knows that every person that works for us is getting a drug screen and a medical card, or full physical. No ifs, ands, or buts. Nobody can say, I'm going to go get my drug test somewhere else, or pay for that separately, or whatever. That has to be done every single time. Also, getting positive confirmation now for both myself to see it, as well as for my office assistant to see and get confirmation that both the medical card, that we've got that, which we put in with each vehicle's hazmat binder or SDS binder, and then that we also have the drug screening results as well. So now we've got two little things that have to be checked off and monitored for that. Had a discussion with the employees as well, everybody else, that, again, I don't have a sense of smell, so I need everybody's help. If an employee is under the influence of a controlled substance, legal or illegal controlled substance, and causes an accident or gets hurt, that can impact me in big fines. That can impact them and business being shut down for a while. If the guy is on the building or on a ladder, falls off, and OSHA gets involved, or workers' comp gets involved, that can be a business killing situation, or at least one that is going to heavily impact the company. So explain to them that Absolutely, I'm liable for everything that goes on in my business. As a employee, and especially for the leads, if they're aware that somebody else, even if they're not on their crew per se, but if there's an issue there and they're aware that Johnny came to work and he was pretty buzzed, hey man, he smelled like he just got out from hanging out with Cheech and Chong, but didn't say anything to me, then that comes back on them as well. It's something also where there's been some recent stuff. I know another power washer died recently, and he went off the road middle of the night, a little after 1 or whatever, and wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and was ejected. And 2 other people were in the car, and they were ejected and died as well because they didn't have their seatbelts. So I went back over the basics of make sure that the seatbelt's on. Everybody is responsible for making sure that both the driver and the passenger have their seatbelt on. So again, ultimately we realize that we need to add more stuff both to the handbook, also that it's grounds for immediate termination if you don't take care of doing these things. If you purposefully deceive the company into believing that a test was completed and it wasn't, grounds for immediate termination. This guy's since been fired for other things, but it is a situation where, again, we had to learn. We needed to put in an extra layer. It's now in our handbook. It's now in the employee hiring booklet or whatever, to make sure that people are under that same expectation of what has to be done. So anyways, have a great day. Make sure your people are being safe. See ya.